this work? Presentation, the number crunching. You were never planning to move the company here. It was one big dog and pony show.
Keep your voice down.
I don't like being used, Carly. I have better things to do with my time.
Hello. I'm traveling with a friend of mine, Janet Snyder, and in the excitement of checking in, I completely forgot what room she's in. Could you look it up for me?
You want to come all the way down here just so you can be here when Jack confronts Janet about Dusty? Fine. Put yourself in the middle of all this. But why did you have to drag me along?
Thank you. Thank you very much. I didn't drag you along. You invited yourself along.
I thought it was a legitimate business trip. And what did you think was going to happen anyway? That Jack was going to walk in on Dusty and Janet, and then he'd run to your conveniently open arms, all betrayed and heartbroken, and back to you?
Yes. And why not? Jack still loves me. And I love him. I never stop loving him.
Well, good for you. But all that love isn't going to change the fact that Jack is still married to Janet.
Not after today.
Jack, what are you doing here? Is there something wrong at home?
You could say that.
Well, Dusty's here because he's the one who got Liberty into this clinical trial, and so he just came out to make sure that she's getting the best treatment possible. Thank you so much, Dusty. We are so grateful for your help.
Oh, yes, we are. We're very grateful. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like a few moments alone with my wife. I'm not leaving her here to listen to your abuse.
He's my husband, Dusty.
So what?
Get out.
I'm not gonna ask you again. No. If you have something to say, you can say it in front of both of us.
Look, I don't know what I walked in on
We
here,
can stop
but
pretending, Janet.
I know everything.
Dusty, could you do me a favor and call the hospital, please? Make sure Liberty's okay.
You gonna be all right? Before you start leaning on Janet, blaming her for all kinds of sins, take a look in the mirror.
Wow. Carly couldn't wait, huh? The minute she found out, she went running right to you.
No, Carly did wait. She was hoping you'd be the straightforward, honest person I always said you were.
Oh, please. She's been waiting for an opportunity like this since the day we got
Carly
married.
respected our marriage vows more than you did. She was hoping you'd tell me yourself.
Tell you what? It's not like I'm having an affair.
Janet, that's exactly what it's like.
No, it's not. That's not true. I don't care what Carly said.
Let's just leave her out of it.
Oh, please. How can we? She's been in the middle of this all the time, as usual. The one night that we were together, you were holed up in a cabin with her. Remember?
It wasn't exactly like it was a romantic getaway, Janet. Craig was there, too. Our cars had gotten stuck. He was sick.
It was New Year's Eve.
Well, so listen, if that's all it took for you to fall into bed with Dusty, then what does that say about us?
It says that you weren't there, yet again.
You slept with another man. Now, if I had done that with Carly...
You might as well have. You've given everything else to her. Don't kid yourself. There have been 3 people in this marriage from the beginning. And I'm not talking about Dusty.
Well, he's in the middle of it now, isn't he? Dusty says he's in love with you. What I need to know, are you in love with him, too?
Where are you going?
Janet's room.
Don't. It won't end well.
I'm sick of sitting around here, wondering if this nightmare is finally over. Just waiting to hear that poor, pathetic Janet is playing the leukemia card again.
Liberty is fighting for her life.
Yeah, no, I know that. And I'm heartsick about it. If I were Janet, I'd be losing my mind.
Which is why she needs Jack right now.
If she needs Jack so badly, what is she doing fooling around with Dusty?
Well, it doesn't take a genius to see that Jack already has one foot out the door.
That's not my fault. It's not. I backed off when Jack married her.
Really?
Really. I kept my distance. I respected what they had.
So now the respect is gone, so the truce is over?
Jack and Janet's marriage is what's over. And their being together, for whatever their reasons, is not healthy for anybody. It's time we all accepted that so we can get back to helping Liberty.
The gang's all here. Change your mind?
No. And it's a good thing that Dusty's here, because then Janet won't be alone when Jack leaves.
Jack isn't going to leave her. He's too decent a guy.
You're right. He'll forgive Janet for anything as long as she's dealing with Liberty. Add that to all the guilt that he's carrying around about Brad, and unless I do something, he's gonna throw his entire life away out of some kind of obligation.
That's his choice.
Well, what about me?
Move on. I don't know how Jack feels about Janet right now, but I do know that they used to love each other. They were happy. You and Jack just torture the life out of each other.
You don't understand anything about us.
No, of course not. How could a soulless monster like me understand an eternal love like yours?
Rant and rave all you want. Nobody's listening.
Now what?
I'm gonna go fight for what's mine. This is not funny! Come on, let me out of here! Great. When I get out of here, It's okay. It's okay. This hotel has turned down service, so somebody will be here any minute with one of those little chocolates. I can wait. The hell I can. Help! Somebody let me out of here!
Bring this man a beer so he has something to cry into.
What are you doing here? Don't tell me it's a coincidence.
No, I'm here to facilitate a reconciliation.
Somebody must be desperate.
Jack and Janet.
What about him?
Oh, I think those two kids just need a little help to find their way back to each other. I know that throws a wrench into your plans.
None of this is your business.
Oh, you're wrong. I'm greatly affected by the outcome. So if I had to choose between Janet and Jack, or Janet and you don't get my vote.
So this is about you and Carly.
Jack's wrong for her.
Well, they're slow learners, so where is she?
Who?
Carly, I know you didn't come here alone.
Oh, don't you worry about Carly. She won't be interrupting Mr. and Mrs. Snyder anytime soon. And they have a lot to work out, thanks to you. You're the sideshow, Dusty, not the main attraction.
Is that so?
Janet loves Jack, and she believes in marriage, and she's not about to throw it all away on a whim.
It's not a whim.
Well, that's up to her to decide, don't you think? My advice? Stay away from them. I think you'll just make the situation more explosive.
It's about time.